Hello everyone, this is David at Grow and Eat This. I want to do a video here just talking about when do you plant your tomatoes in the spring. Always we want to get the first tomatoes out. We want to be the quickest and the fastest. We want everything we can just as soon as we can. Those first few pretty days in February and we catch the fever. Boy, do we get the fever. We have got to get things out. Well, I succumbed to it in a major way this year, and on April 10th I put a video up showing all the tomatoes I planted. Boy, oh boy, did I plant tomatoes. I put 10 tomatoes out, all different varieties, because the long-range weather forecast said, guess what? No more freezes. 4 days later after I put them out, it was 27 degrees. Then it was 29 degrees in the morning. We had a major hailstorm 2 days ago, two of them actually. Almost inch-size hail. And as you can see, I've still got the plastic everywhere because these tomatoes have been covered with plastic probably more nights and half the days than they weren't covered. And these are my tomatoes. Don't these tomatoes look great? They've survived. Now the question is though, is how do they compare to the tomatoes that I started 2 weeks later and have kept inside all this time? Let me show you what one of those look like. This is a Princess Yum Yum. We'll sit it here next to these two guys. Let you take a look. Guess what? This is bigger. Let's try another one. What kind of variety is this one? This is a Precious Pink. Let's set it here. Guess what? It's bigger. This tomato, not only is it bigger, it's got a better looking stem. Let's see who else we have. Remember, these were started 2 weeks later than the ones in the ground. Here is a Carolina Gold. Beautiful tomato. Beautiful. It's same size, maybe bigger. So on April 10th, I planted tomatoes out here, going for the early start. I've had to cover them in plastic. They've had below freezing temperatures. They have really had to put up with some terrible weather. 2 weeks later, I started these other guys, and they have been kept inside, and frankly, they're too big now. I have even more 2 weeks later than that, but these that were kept inside and started 2 weeks later look better than the ones that are in the ground. Now, I'm hoping that this year I actually learn from this that getting those tomatoes out too early accomplishes nothing. There's no buds, there's no tomatoes, they're spindly, and I have spent an unbelievable amount of time trying to keep them safe from the bad weather. The noise you hear in the background is my wife making crazy sounds to my granddaughter in Tampa. Here's a better bush. Look at that. What a sturdy stem. What a beautiful plant. We'll be planting it today because it's finally actually time to plant. So what do you want to take away from this? You don't accomplish anything by putting your tomatoes out 2 weeks early, unless you're just a glutton for punishment. It would have not had one night if I had messed up and not come out and covered them in plastic, or one of the following days I had not come out and taken half the plastic off to get the heat out. I would have lost all these tomatoes. What a waste of time and energy. Nope. The thing to do is, for me, I'm in Zone 7, Lawrenceville, Georgia, is the same time I have successfully planted in years past, is the last week in April, first week in May. All danger of frost is gone, and as I soil temperature checked this morning, the soil temperature is 62 or 63 degrees all over the garden. Perfect temperature to plant tomatoes and peppers. So try and take this, give yourself a little more of a break, and resist that urge to get them early bird guys out, because you don't accomplish anything. You're not going to get any faster tomatoes. All you're going to get is a lot of headache, a lot of work, and as some people I know, they've lost their tomatoes as many as 2 times already, and they planted the 3rd time now. They could have saved all that money buying from the box store and just waited and planted today. This is David at Growin' Ain't This. Hope this video will help both of us, because I really need to learn this lesson. Quit trying to rush the seasons. When it's time, it's time. Thank you for watching.